हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। मैं हूं शालिनी एंड यू आर वाचिंग जस्ट बीइंग लीगल। हिमाचल प्रदेश जुडिशियल सर्विसेज 2025 का क्रिमिनल लॉ का पेपर हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। ये भी हमारा सेट बीक होने वाला है। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम फर्दर, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द वीडियो। सो गाइस, जो हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है वो है, इन विच केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट हेल्ड सेक्शन 377 ऑफ आईपीसी held unconstitutional to that extent it criminalizes consensual homosexual acts in private. B is the correct answer. Navteej Singh Johar versus Union of India. Next is under section 105 of IPC, the right to private defense of property in case of theft commences when a reasonable apprehension of danger to the property commences is all of the above. Next is A instigates B to burn house, Z's house, B sets fire to the house and at the same time commits theft of the property there. What will be the liability? B is the correct answer. ठीक है. Next is arrange the following cases in chronological ascending order. So C is the correct answer. Next is, in which case it was held that duration of an anticipatory bail order does not end at the time and stage when the accused is summoned by the court or when charges are framed but can continue till the end of the trial. Sushila Agarwal versus State of NCT of Delhi. Okay. Next is A police officer has warrant of B. He asks C as to identity of B. C knowingly tells A that D is B and consequently A arrest D. तो यहाँ पर guilty of abatement of false representation. C is the correct answer. Next is, in which case it was held that exception 2 of 375 of IPC is by itself an arbitrary and stated that a husband cannot have consensual intercourse with his wife in if she is between 15 to 18 years. तो यहाँ पर independent thought versus Union of India. D is the correct answer. Next is, in which case it was held that bail once granted should not be cancelled in a mechanical and routine manner. Supervening circumstances should be considered before cancelling the bail. Usha Chakravarti and another versus State of West Bengal and another. Okay. Next is, match the following sections of POXO. तो यहाँ पर B is the correct answer. Next question is, which section of POXO Act provides for abatement of an offence or an attempt to commit an offence is also punishable under section 17. Next is, in which case Supreme Court issued guidelines with respect to trial and disposal of cases under POXO Act. Alok Srivastava versus Union of India. ठीक है. Next is, which section of POXO provides for procedure in case of commission of offence by child and determination of age by special court? It is section 34. In which case it was held that mere viewing, possession and storage of material depicting minors engaged in sexual activity constitutes an offence under the protection under POXO. ठीक है. Just Rights of Children Alliance versus S Harish. ठीक है. Next is, in how many days the evidence of a child shall be recorded after special court took cognizance of the offence? ठीक है. तो 30 days. Which section of JJ Act defines foster care? 2 clause 29. Okay. Next is, which section of JJ Act defines place of safety? 246. ठीक है. Which 2 clause 46. How many members shall be appointed in child welfare committee as provided under section 27 of JJ Act? 5. ठीक है. Which section of JJ Act provides for eligibility of prospective adoptive parents? Section यहाँ पर क्या है? 57. Okay. Next is, who is authorized to review the pendency of cases of JJ on quarterly basis under section 16? ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर क्या है? Chief Judicial Magistrate. Next question is, which section of DV Act provides duty and functions of protection officer? यहाँ पर section 9 is the correct answer. Next is, in which case it was held that retention of stridhan by husband or his family amounts to continuing offence within the ambit of DV Act? तो यहाँ पर कृष्णा भट्टाचार्य वर्सेस सारथी चौधरी. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज सेक्शन 14 ऑफ DV एक्ट क्या प्रोवाइड करता है? काउंसलिंग. ठीक है. रेपिटेशन है ये क्वेश्चन की. चलो, विच सेक्शन ऑफ DV Act deals with duties of police officers, service providers and magistrate? Section 5. Offences under ये PC and PNDT Act जो है हमारा, उसमें क्या है? C is the correct answer. Cognizable, non-bailable and non-compoundable. Next is, in which case under the PC and PNDT Act, directions were given to search engines to block advertisement which are meant for diagnostic help of female fetus and to develop techniques so that there would be an auto blocking of such advertisement. Sabo Matthew George versus Union of India. Okay. Next is what punishment is provided for advertisement relating to PC and PNDT Act. यहाँ पर D is the correct answer. Imprisonment which may extend to 3 years with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees. ठीक है. Next question is the leave grant during pendency of inquiry to aggrieved women under section 12 clause 1 of sexual harassment and women of workplace जो है act उसका to leave to the leave she would be otherwise entitled. यहाँ पर in addition is the correct answer. ठीक है. Next is the accounts of the agency referred to in section 8 of sexual harassment of women at workplace shall be maintained and audited in such manner as may in consultation with accountant general of the state. Next is aggrieved woman has to make a complaint in writing to the internal complaint committee or local committee within 3 months from the date of incident, and in case of a series of incident from the date of last incident, subject to extension of time limit by the committee. Okay. Next question is which rule of Central Civil Services conduct rules provide for provision of sexual harassment of women at workplace? 3C. Which stereotypes must be avoided by judges? Both. Every woman wants to be a mother. Good women are sexually chaste. ठीक है. Next is judges should employ a victim centered approach during the hearing, particularly in cases relating to sexual offenses and other gender biased violence, which include both waive all court fees in and other associated costs for financially dependent people. Next is countering the employment of stereotype by the lawyers on both sides and requiring them to be gender sensitive. Okay. Next is when deciding on merits of a case or whether a case merits judicial review, judges should both apply domestic law in compliance with international and standards, explain why applying a particular standard would cause illegitimate differentiated treatment. Okay. Next is which values for judges are provided under the Bangalore principle of judicial conduct. So इसका आंसर है D, all of the above. ठीक है. Next is consider the following statements and identify the correct statement in relation to judicial conduct. So both are correct यहाँ पर A and B. ठीक है. Next is consider the following statement with reference to procedural law. ठीक है. दोनों दो statements दी गई हैं. Both 1 and 2 are true, but statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. ठीक है. Next question is an offense of kidnapping or abduction may be inquired into and tried by either of the two places. कौन सी? Only by the court within whose local jurisdiction the person was kidnapped or abducted. Only by the court within whose local jurisdiction the person was conveyed and concealed or detained. ठीक है. Next is the prosecution witness was prosecuted for perjury in which of the following offences? Siddharth Vashisht alias Manu Sharma versus State NCT of Delhi. ठीक है. Next is which of the following statements are correct about the powers of judicial magistrate? तो यहाँ पर A and C is the correct answer. Next is in which case it was held that it is mandatory legal requirement to specify whether sentences awarded to an accused convicted for two or more offences would run concurrently or consecutively. Gagan Kumar versus State of Punjab. ठीक है. Next is consider the following statements about charge as defined under section 2B of CRPC. तो यहाँ पर A, B and D are correct. ठीक है. D is the correct answer. Next question is in which case it was held that the conduct of test identification parade is not violative of section article 20 clause 3 of constitution. Mukesh Singh versus State NCT of Delhi. Next is consider the following statements with reference to arrest procedure under CRPC. तो यहाँ पर B is the correct answer. Next is when a court desires that someone issued by it shall be served at any place outside local jurisdiction, it shall ordinarily send such summons in duplicate to magistrate of the competent jurisdiction. Next is which section of HP excise provides prohibition of possession of liquor, section 18. Next is, which of the following acts as chairperson of National Board for Wildlife? Prime Minister. ठीक है. Next is, which section of Wildlife Protection Act provides for prohibition on hunting? B is the correct answer. Which section or sections of Indian Forest Act provides for power to impose duty on timber and other forest produce? तो यहाँ पर section 39. In which case Supreme Court struck down section 303 of IPC as unconstitutional? Mittu versus State of Punjab. And last question of the day is, A gives 50 strokes with a stick. Here A may have committed the offense of voluntarily causing hurt to Z by whole beating and also by each of the blow which makes up the whole beating. As per IPC, which of the following should be punishment? So C is the correct answer. A is liable to one punishment for the whole beating. Okay. So guys, that's all for today. हमने तीनों पेपर्स को डिस्कस कर लिया है एंड आई होप आप लोगों का हिमाचल जुडिशियल सर्विसेज का पेपर बहुत अच्छा गया होगा. All the best guys for the results and see you in the next video.